have the feeling that, okay, when you mention about repeat sentence, somehow you feel like, oh my God, it's repeat sentence, then obviously you're not that ready. You might have a little bit of problem about your fluency. Hello everyone, this is Shaanee from Dream English. Now I have a question from a student the other day. Say, Shaanee, what kind of level that I can tell myself that I'm ready for my exam? So if you are studying on your own at home, or you're studying from somewhere else, and you're kind of like you're not sure whether you're ready for exam or not, you have this hesitation. So now I give you some ideas, so hope that will help you to have a little bit of like self-examination. Then you will know you are able to crack your exam, or whether you should postpone your exam. So first of all,
Speaking.
you should at least spend about, let's say, every day 2 hours. You should spend at least 20 hours on preparing your exam if you have taken coaching from somewhere else, or if you have taken an exam from somewhere else. If this is your first time, I suggest you to take a little bit longer time for preparation. And before your exam, I suggest you take a week time to do some mock test. So from those mock tests, you will be able to tell yourself if you are ready or not. So first of all, you can subscribe us on the YouTube mock test link. So we did make some real exam video mock tests, so you can take those mock tests online. So in that case, you will be able to see whether you are capable of taking exam or not. So first of all, what you can do is, starting from your speaking part, when you will be ready for your speaking, apart from your read aloud, something very simple and easy is called describe image. If you have a template, or if you are new, so let me ask yourself, if you are able to look at a cup that you are using that to drink water every day, if you can describe that cup within 35 seconds or within 38 seconds, you are ready. Without thinking, without any hesitation. It's very fluent and beautiful to describe the cup that you're using every day on your desk. That means you are ready for your describe image. Apart from your describing image, if you think it is quite difficult, what you can do is, you go to work or you go to school on your way, or you go to talk to your friends, there are a lot of things that you can see. So on your way, or maybe at home, you see anything, you start to describe without thinking, without taking 5 seconds or 6 seconds. Just do it straight away. If you can describe fluently, loudly, clearly, and without thinking, and you're really happy about your fluency, you're ready for your describe image. On top of that is your repeat sentence. Repeat sentence is something that scares us, scared most of us. In particular, English is our second language. It's something that we understand what we hear, but somehow it's really difficult for us to bring out, because we're translating in our own brain. So for this repeat sentence, if you have the feeling that, okay, when you mention about repeat sentence, somehow you feel like, oh my God, it's repeat sentence, then obviously you're not that ready. You might have a little bit of problem about your fluency, and you might get scared by those longer sentences. If someone says, okay, we're gonna have PTE exam, there's something called repeat sentence, you feel like, oh, it's a piece of cake, that means you're okay. And on top of that, go to check out YouTube video mock test. So if all of these repeat sentences, they have long ones and shorter ones, if out of 10 sentences, you are perfect for 9 sentences, you only had 1 sentence has really small mistakes, then you're okay, you're perfect. And another case is, you might have 12 sentences or 10 sentences. Out of this, you have 4 or 2 of the very extremely long sentences. If these longer sentences, you are able to repeat 80% or 50% fluently, you are ready for your repeat sentence. This is apart from the other ones, the other short ones, less than 10 words, you are fluent. Apart from repeat sentence, you have your retail lecture. Retail lecture is something similar to a repeat sentence that you get scared of, because you're not fast enough in taking notes, and you have a lot of hesitations. And one more thing is, you are not able to read your notes. When I teach our students, what I found is, a lot of you guys are taking notes in a very small letter. It's so small, you can't even read your words. Why don't you practice write a little bit bigger? It's not about as many contents as you have, it's about the key contents, and it's about whether you are capable to catch all these meaningful contents or not. So in the retail lecture, I encourage you to try what? After a certain days of practice, apart from the mock test from our YouTube, you can check TED Talk, which I think is very good for daily knowledge as well. So check TED Talk and open any TED Talk, starting from beginning, or maybe just pick any click from the middle parts. Just take 1 minute out and to listen that minute, and then try to take notes and try to do retail lecture. If you're okay for those and you're really comfortable, no stress, you're okay for your retail lecture. As for the read aloud is something that you need to try to test yourself, your pronunciation and your fluency. So I encourage you to download something called Dictation. It's an app, so on your phone. If the Dictation app can detect 95% or 99% of your words that you're saying, that means you're pretty good on your fluency and your pronunciation. And be very careful about where you take your pause. This is your speaking. And another way is if you're taking coach from us, or if you're taking coach from anywhere else, so I encourage you to use the online real exam video mock test. So we used all of these real exam questions. So after speaking, it's all about your
writing.
The writing part is relatively easy, and it's very easy to tell yourself you're good or not, whether you're capable to get your 90 or 65 plus. So what you can do first of all is to go through our online mock test. So from the mock test, I want you to time yourself for your summaries for 8 minutes, because in the real exam it's 10 minutes. But because exam is a bit stressful and you might need a little bit extra time on reading, so time yourself with 8 minutes when you're doing it at home. So out of this 8 minutes, if you are able to get 80% of the contents and everything matches with our correct answers, you're almost ready. But however, if you are not able to get your correct answers, somehow you're only getting like 50% or maybe less, and you're putting your connectors randomly here and there, you have less vocabularies, that means you do need extra weeks to practice your summarized written task. Keep in mind, summarized written task is a very super easy task. If you're not able to find the correct contents, you're probably spending too less time on reading. If you are finding something in the middle is really messy, you don't have good grammar, or your connectors are wrong, just work on remembering some precise connectors or some appropriate connectors. And then apart from that, writing summary is so easy. You just need to take the actual content without paraphrasing for the actual answer. And it's one sentence. Make sure you don't write more than a sentence. Apart from that is your essay. Essay is easy to test yourself as long as you memorize your format. What you can do is find a topic online, anywhere you find the essay topic, most repeated one. So you read the question within a minute and find out those keywords within 30 seconds. And then if you have no hesitation to type one essay and you are very confident about the topic, very confident about the ideas and examples and the structure of the essay, and you can easily write 280 words or 290 words within 18 minutes, you are ready for your essay. Okay, I hope this part helps your essay writing.
Reading.
And the reading part. Reading, I believe, is something that all of us hated. I believe there are 20% of you guys are having very good English, very super good grammar, and you don't need to do anything about reading. You just, every time you get 90. And some of us, we are not so good at reading, and we don't read much book, we don't listen much English. So under this case, what are you going to do for your reading? Apart from all of this repeated exam questions that you can get access from our Google Drive or other resources, apart from these practices, I believe those are enough for you, but you kind of like you need to repeat those practices. And I encourage you to take a reading mock test every second day if you can, or not, take it every week, twice, Saturday and Sunday. So what you can do is use our online video mock test that we used it, because it's all real exam questions. So you time yourself, reorder each of them, reorder 2 minutes each. And fill in blanks, you have roughly 10 questions or 11 questions. So try to finish all of those questions within 20 minutes, for the best 18 minutes. So once you time yourself once and to do this test, after that, if out of 3 reorder questions, you are getting less than 6 marks, your reorder is not good. So you need to work on the reorder much. If you're trying to practice your fill in blanks, somehow you have 11 questions of blanks, so roughly you should have around 45 blanks, which is 45 marks. If out of these 45, you are someone looking for 79, and you are getting less than 35, you're not ready for your blanks. You have to practice a little bit more. So as for the practice, go to do something repetitive and try to understand why you're wrong rather than remembering the answers, because a lot of you guys memorized all of the reorders, memorized all of the blanks, but somehow it doesn't happen to your exam. So don't memorize them. The key point is to understand why. That's for the reading part. If you're still not good, what you need to do is just practice every day. Maybe you need to spend about 1 hour on reading every single day. And after the reading part is your
listening.
So for the listening part, first of all, you need to ask yourself, you have been practicing your repeat dictations for the past 3 days. Was your dictation getting 100% correct or 90% correct? If all your sentences are beautiful and you have no missing word, you might have certain small mistakes about your spelling, or you might replace on with in or from. That is fine, absolutely no problem. But somehow you actually can write 2 or 3 sentences, but somehow in the middle part you're missing a word, key content word. I believe you do need a little bit time for that. And apart from that, you need to work a little bit more on your listening summaries. If check on the YouTube videos, or just go to do any TED Talks or 60-second science, if you can easily write around 25 to 30 key content words from the audio that you're listening, and you can write a summary without any grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes, then you are almost there. So for this one, I really 100% encourage you to use a mock test on the YouTube. So if you do your notes and you do your summary, which somehow your summary matches of real exam answers 80% or 80% plus, you're ready for your summaries. But somehow, if you're not able to catch your notes, or your notes are a bit random, a lot of you guys are good at taking notes, but somehow you're taking some notes are useless. For example, they're talking about 150,000 farmers in India committed suicide. What you write is 150,000 farmers, but the key content is farmers committed suicide. So under this case, you need to work on your notes taking. As for the notes taking, it's very important. After you finish your writing of your notes, ask yourself, without listening anything, if you pass your note to someone else, will that person be able to understand what is this about? If yes, your notes is beautiful. If not, that means your notes are taking some random notes about adjectives or about any times, or in this word, surprisingly, those kind of useless word. So that's the way that you test your notes taking and your summary. And apart from that, you need to do your listening test. The reason why is you need to have a good time management in the reading exam, because a lot of you guys are having very good skills about your dictation, but somehow you don't have time to finish that task. So what I encourage you to do is take the online mock test from Dream English. So you time yourself, try to finish from multiple choice until dictation within 22 minutes. Because if you can finish that in 22 minutes under exam condition, I believe you're okay. So roughly, you need to give yourself extra 5 minutes for your dictations. Otherwise, you are not able to finish those tasks. So do your mock test about your listenings from multiple choice until the highlight incorrect words every day, 15 minutes or 18 minutes to finish everything. And if you get all of this task around 28 plus correct, that means you're okay for your listening part. And one more time, another thing is about whether you're not ready is if you mentally, this is about psychology, I believe. So if you mentally stress a lot and you think that I'm putting a lot of effort in this exam, I have to pass it next time, I believe you will pass. But if you put in too much pressure, you're not able to, because it's too much stress. So mentally relax yourself. You will pass. Everyone have your own time. So focus on your practice and focus on your job. Don't quit your job or anything just for exam. I believe leveraging your time is important, and focus on your life, more about prioritize your life and relax. You are able to pass it. Dream can come true. And I hope this video can help you to have a rough idea whether you're ready or not for your exam. And if you like this video, please subscribe us on the YouTube, and also subscribe us on the YouTube for the YouTube real exam mock test. And also, if you have any questions or any doubts, please give us comments and I will get back to you. Or if you want to join us for some live classes, please join us on the Facebook D-Team live classes on Friday. If you do have any material that you're requiring, just let us know or send us emails. We will get back to you shortly. Thank you so much. Hope you guys can get your 90 as early as possible. Good luck. Bye-bye.